Hey there guys, and this video is made specifically against someone, and I use the word aptly against, and that is Obnision. I haven't really walked into this YouTuber before. I've never really watched him. I just watched one video on his main channel and thought, wow, this is retarded. However, a load of my subscriptions suddenly came up this. It started with Undertaker Freak, who I will put in the bottom in the underpants bar. It started out with him putting this video up on my Facebook, and I was like, okay, what's this about? And I thought, oh, Obnision. This guy is referenced for being a total dickhead. So I watched it, and frankly, I'm fucking disgusted. I have been on the internet since it was pretty much in its alpha phase. I'm 23 now. I've been on the internet since I was 8 when it was in its early format. But that is the fucking sickest thing I have ever seen in my 16 years of being on the internet. That is the sickest thing, and honestly the sickest thing I've ever seen on YouTube. I just want for you to, right, get your hands side to side and give a really fucking big clap to yourself, because you, sir, are a fucking moron. You are sick. You are honestly sick, twisted, and so fucking inconsiderate towards people online and humanity as a whole. Your presence online actually degenerates human nature and tendency by about 10 years. You are disgusting. Do you know what? You've actually achieved something Hitler would never have done, because he would have probably turned around and thought, that's pretty fucked. Hitler was pretty fucked himself, but Hitler would have, like, okay, so I can tape Ava Braun shooting herself before me and put this video canister here. And then people can look at that as I filmed it. Yeah, even Hitler wouldn't have done that. You've achieved something which one of the greatest tyrants in history wouldn't have done, because he actually had some kind of considerate thought. And that is something when Hitler didn't do it. Hitler killed over 6 million Jews. Stalin killed about 12 million people. 18 million actually. But seriously, when you are getting some of the world's most evil, well, it depends how you skew it, but I'm going to use evil in this term. When you are getting the world's most evil people and giving them a moment of clarity and a moment where it's like, fuck, even Hitler didn't do that. You've achieved something that is pretty low for humanity. I thought Shane Dawson filming his grandmother dying was pretty fucking sick. And it still is probably one of the sickest things I've seen. But yours takes it to a new fucking level, you know? Because with Shane Dawson's moment, you can say he wants to remember them last moments. Should have posted on YouTube, and I think he's actually took it down, which is good. And he didn't have ads enabled or nothing, which is good. It shows actual thought. However, you have taken this 18-year-old girl who, she is far away from England. However, I don't know nothing about Shilo. But I'm going to say She's not near her parents or like her friend unit. You have taken this girl that is far away from home, recorded her, and if this is legitimate in a state which is actually fucking life-threatening, that is a sign of a brain hemorrhage or brain trauma, not stress. And I'm actually going to come back to this in another video, because you, sir, have like got the fucking douchebag award of YouTube, and you have that on your head for life, because you are frankly a fucking monster. You are sick. And I've looked at your other stuff, what you've said about other things, and you are I cannot believe how sick you are. I have worked in psych wards before as work experience, and I have not seen as many sick things. But the thing is, right, you actually have a fucking following. You have a fucking following of 600,000 people. Seriously. You have more than what the Church of Scientology has. What the fuck? And you put stuff like this online? You honestly talk like you are a cult leader. And I've looked at your past history, because I have looked on waybackthen.org, and I searched you, and I will link another video at the bottom as well, exposing you, Mr. Greg Davies, whatever your name is. Frank, your name in this instance is completely unimportant, because you don't deserve a name. And you started a little religion, but it could be pretty much called a cult, where you believe and stated that meat eaters, sufferers should die. Yeah, YouTube, this is the person you are fucking watching, and I'm like going through responses and outing them, because this is frankly the most deluded freaking incident I've ever come across. It is sick. It is beyond sick. I can't even explain my words, because it just disgusts me. And I've had this in my head since about 3 this morning, and it's 12 now. Well, 1 in the afternoon. But because my parents are that, I haven't had time to speak. And God, just sometimes people listen and research who you're watching before you freaking paint them in gold. Because Obnision is a sociopath. He needs medical help. Your girlfriend, I'm using the word girlfriend very sensitively here because of the nature. And as someone who has seen my grandmother from the age of 10 degenerate with Alzheimer's, and she died when I was 15, and I saw this openly. My parents were pretty open about it. You have no effing sense of compassion at all in you. You are just sick. You actually make murderers look like decent people. And that is something. That is really something. So consider that before you post another video about fake murders and stuff like that. Because, Obnision, I think you should look at yourself. You post videos on a daily basis. And I'm going to talk about this again after in my next video. About the nature of this whole I'm just trying to repress it and I don't know her name. But in this Shilo Gate instance, there are so many things saying that you have faked this. And that is wrong. That is very, very wrong. And you should think about that. Obnision, I sincerely hope, if there is a divine being in this world, that he strikes you down and makes you suffer like other people who have viewed this and been offended have suffered. I sincerely hope that. And in the end, you will get that. But you won't, because you live in your own bubble of sickness. You're sick. You're honestly sick and twisted. I fucking hate you. I despise you so deeply. And you don't even have a shred, a minute drop of respect for me and so many people online. And I really hope that, because you can orchestrate this event purely for reaction out of such a painful subject for people. And that is the wrong thing. And it honestly makes you a sick, 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 sick fucking human being. You're an offense of humanity itself. Think about what you post next time, seriously. Fucking moron.